Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different in today's Bulgarian workout. I'm going to go ahead and do two things that people have asked of me. One of them, I'm going to demonstrate one of my sets of when I talk about doing curls as a compound movement because it will carry over better to the chin up. And a bunch of people are like, why don't you go shirtless? And it's always, some of the trolls, because I think some of the trolls think that I'm embarrassed to be shirtless. They act like I've never gone to the beach or water parks or boat parties or anything since I've been back in Texas, or I've never hung out with friends at a jacuzzi or a pool. And it's kind of comical because they really seem to think that I'm embarrassed because I have loose skin because I'm still carrying a fair amount of body fat. I'm 41, but guys, I'm 41 years old. I don't get embarrassed by stuff like that anymore. I know I don't have a perfect physique. I know I got stretch marks and loose skin and everything else. I gained 100 pounds of fat when I was sick and in bed. I've lost that, but I'm still not ripped. I'm not lean. I don't have the ideal male physique, and I know I don't, and that's okay, and I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm going to throw up me doing some curls at the very end, shirtless. And it is what it is. I'm sure people will make memes with it. They'll make fun of it, but you know what? I'm not embarrassed to have my shirt off on camera in front of a pretty big audience on a channel with 60 million views on it, talking about lifting and strength and conditioning. And you know what? And I'm okay doing that because I feel at this point the scale started going down. I'm losing about a pound a week right now while gaining strength. So I know I'll look a little better in a few months. I know I'll look better, and hopefully everything falls through next week. I'm going to try to go in and get a DEXA scan so that we can see my exact amount of body fat, exact amount of muscle mass. And I think, what the hell, a shirtless clip will give us a good baseline. Let's see where we're at. And, go from there. Not a big deal. So everything else, let's talk about the training from here. All right, my 460 squat. This wasn't bad today. Yesterday it felt harder. Today it was about a 2-second concentric. Everything was good. I'm just falling into place with this. If everything continues like this, I'll go ahead and go up 5 pounds next week. I don't know how long I can keep doing the 5 pounds every week on my daily minimum. But, I can skip the increase 3 or 4 times for 3 or 4 weeks and still be well on schedule for my 500. Like, I can pretty much go a month without increasing throughout the next few months with the 5 pound increases every week and hit my numbers, so it's fine. Today I decided, let me back up on the bench press, because the thing with Bulgarian style training, we don't need to go over RPE 9. We don't with this amount of frequency of singles, because the data shows out there looking at lifters, they're going above 90%. Very rarely gives you any additional strength increases. So because I've been doing the 320 for over a week, and I did it several times in a row flat heeled, I finally failed one, but it was me showing, look, I can do 320 multiple days in a row with the flat heels. I don't like the style, but I'm like, so let me go back to my style, and I'm going to back up to 315, because 315 is a more comfortable weight. And while I'm losing a little bit of weight, it's going to be a slow increase on the daily minimums on the bench, because you lose pressing strength with body weight quickly. But I've got enough fat that I think I can still get stronger while losing body fat. So it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. So I went back down to my 315, which is still a 10 pound increase over my daily minimums since coming back and doing this. And the best I've hit again actually is 325 at the other gym. That was after 2 days of not pressing it, or I came in and smoked 325. So again, fresh, I'm a little stronger obviously, and I've been doing the bench for like 6 weeks since then, flat bench again. So I'm probably higher. If I were to take 2 or 3 days off from benching, I'm sure I can get more than 325, but we don't need to do that on this system. It's about doing all the lifts while you're fatigued. It's that accumulation of fatigue. And the 315 was much easier today. It was so much easier. I was really happy with that. Way easier. And I'm finally getting used to pressing every day after bench pressing. For those unfamiliar with what I mean by pressing, if you're kind of new to this series, the press is a strict standing press. And I know you guys have seen me do 225 and 325 on that, but we've settled into trying to just get 215 every day because I'm doing it 6 days a week again. So that fatigue accumulates, and it'll just gradually work upward from there. But when I get to the point where I can do 230 every day on the strict press, we'll be good to go. So here's my 315 bench for today. Yeah, and it's pretty much still a closed grip. Some people call it medium grip. Go to pause, press. So much easier. Yeah. See, we're back to RPE 9, which is where we want to be. It's where we want to be. Chin-ups. They went just fine today. I think I've settled into around 90 pounds is my daily minimum because I'm trying to chin 6 days a week. And like I said before, that issue with my connective tissue and that tendon and everything where the bicep inserts into the forearm has gone away since I quit trying to force myself to try to get chest to bar because I was doing a wrist curl. And that wrist curl puts an enormous amount of pressure right there at that same little knob on the bone. I forget the exact term. I'll go look up the exact thing again. It's been so many years since I've had an A&P class. But yeah, it was really getting inflamed by trying to wrist curl myself up to get higher. And now that I just try to get to where my chin reaches the bar from a dead hang, right there like that, bam, so much easier. Like, remember when that 55 was kind of what I was doing on camera? That was just like a month ago. So the chin-up's coming along fast. Like, I feel like that 110 weighted chin from a dead hang is coming real fast. I think I'm going to hit that sooner than some of my other goals for the year, So that's 20 pounds away. I put how much on here? 35 on just since I got my home gym. 35 on my weighted chin. And now the scale's starting to trickle down because, to be honest, guys, it's not even about trying to cut. People are like, why are you trying to cut? No, not so much as I'm just trying to eat really clean, get really balanced nutrition. And with the amount of training I'm doing, I'm finding I just can't stuff enough clean food down. Like of low fat, decent fiber carbs, plenty of protein, trying to get over 200 grams of protein every day. I'm just not able to eat enough. Like, the scale's coming down. And as I get stronger, it's probably going to keep going up. This is something that's been noted by people on this style of training. And I've noticed this training style doesn't increase appetite, And probably some of it helps that I wait to eat till an hour before I'm going to start lifting. Like, in other words, I go get my other stuff done in the morning. I walk my dog on just coffee and everything first thing in the morning. And I wait to eat till I'm about an hour out from squatting. So that's when I go ahead and eat breakfast. And so before that, I really don't need training fuel. I don't need the glucose till I'm going to start lifting. But yeah, that 90, it's still a little hard doing the 90. It's tough because you guys see I kind of stall at the top and then I have to kind of grind through at the top. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. It's all good because I'm getting stronger at it. Like, I'm getting stronger. And that's what we want. It's kind of like, man, I'm looking at it going, that 110 was my goal. What am I going to do after I get to that 110? I don't know. I guess we'll set a new goal, right? Reach high. It's kind of like when I get to the 500 squat as the daily minimum, which will happen probably at some point by the end of the summer, on the projected schedule. Then what do we do? I don't know. Then we try to work towards 550 as a daily minimum. So, like, I guess that chin up, I don't know, when we get to 110, we'll change it to 135, right? Keep moving upward and onward. It's my 205. Oh, when I get to the 215, it's kind of funny. I hit it on the uprights walking it out, and I almost lose my balance. And it's like, oh my God, I thought that was going to mess my rep up. Oh, that's just funny shit right here. Here it comes. So I come up to in my 215, which is what I think is a good daily minimum. I thought 205 was a good one, but I'm hitting 215 every day. So what, like a couple days in a row again? So yeah, but I hit it on those uprights. See me losing my balance, and then I get the press. A little bit sticky at the top. There we go. Bring it down. So yeah, I think 215 is a good weight, and I'll have days where I only do 205 and try to just lock it longer at the top and hold it. Trap bar deadlifts. Yesterday people were saying, man, it looks like you've really gotten into the groove of getting the balance right on that trap bar. Yeah, I thought that too until today. It was fine on this warm-up, but when I went to my work set, I was struggling to find the place to balance it. It's like, this thing is so awkward with the low handles. High handles feel nothing like it. Some people get the high handles. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, flip it over and do the low handles. See what I'm talking about? They can be awkward to balance. They really can. And for me today, every single rep I struggled with finding it. I had to readjust my hands on every rep, and I would kind of try to feel it to see if it would rock back and forth before each time I tried to pull it. So there's all these breaks between it. And the other thing with these things, I went to find out what they were. They're actually 1 1/3 inches. They're 1.34 inches, the handle diameter. Not quite as bad as fat grips, but they are definitely a lot harder to grip than, say, a regular Olympic barbell. So this is going to really improve my grip. If I'm doing these 5 days a week, along with my other grip training, I feel like my grip, by the time I get back over to conventional and mess with the hook grip, my grip is going to be fantastic. Like, I'm bitching and complaining about it right now, I'm complaining about it now, but a few months from now of messing with this thing almost every day, my grip strength is going to be up, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to have the extra grip strength. And there we go, guys. My shirtless curls. People asking about, what do you mean making curls a compound movement? So there I am, guys. 41-year-old fat dude doing some curls. Got my loose skin. You see it back there on my right side on the flank, skin and the fat back there still. Like I said, guys, I don't have a perfect physique, and I can live with that. I'm a 41-year-old strength athlete, and I'm comfortable with who I am. People can just take it or leave it. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.